You need to be aware because AI is coming. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Brendan Brown. Today I'm just going to talk about my own perspective of how I think of AI, my take, my opinion on how I see it, and we're just going to dial in. So AI, of course, is automated intelligence, which we all know is robots in our everyday lives, in our financial system, our work system, our everyday life. And we're seeing a lot of increased rates in AI, and I believe that it's really a blessing and a curse because we don't have to rely on the opportunity of having memorization. We can sometimes just go back to what the digital book says instead of going to the physical book. Sometimes you're going to need the original ideas. I mean, I like the fact that AI is taking over certain things, but it can be a little bit touchy. It can be a blessing and a curse in this new upcoming society because you see what art, like if you make AI art, it's not really yours. It's really the AI's art, so anybody can use the rights. Number two, AI is just replacing a lot of things. It's replacing some jobs that maybe people may need to help support their families or help the economic system. But we'll get to that later in the video. So it's really just a pro and a con and a perspective thing. Because AI can be a good thing to some people, but sometimes it can be a bad thing. But in my opinion, I see it as both good and bad. And I'm not trying to be on the fence about it, but that's just objectively how I see it in my viewpoint. Even with my emotions, that's how I see it in and outside my emotions. Just thinking rationally and thinking realistically, I still think it's a good and bad thing. I like AI and everything because even with Google's not really an AI. They're trying to still build that, but to get to the point here, even with Google, there can be small problems and Google gives you big answers. Sometimes you get more answers than you ask for. Or, sometimes with this AI things, simple jobs can be replaced with machines so that humans don't have to rely on working boring, unfulfilling jobs, and also makes the supply and demand be faster. But you can never replace athletes, barbers, contractors, or even people like me, doing mentorship, leadership advice, just mainly the mentorship, self-improvement stuff, or even counseling. I don't personally do counseling. I'm not a licensed therapist. Just want you to know that. I give out advice content, but I'm not a licensed therapist. But I'm just saying, people who do licensed therapy or stuff like I'm doing, like, self-improvement, advice content, or just mentorship even in the world outside of YouTube, just jobs or anything. You can't replace that because AI cannot replicate what the human brain can do. I mean, AI cannot think like how the human brain can think. It can only go by what's commanded and not by what's original and said. I think with AI replacing jobs, and having AI in this society can help a lot of young people get a lot of knowledge in their palm of their hands just by using their phone or digital device, and also can help them be more proactive for their careers because a lot of times, before technology, if you notice this a lot from people who were born before the technology era, they weren't as advanced like how our generation is, if you're Gen Z or even if you're a millennial. Well, with us having this technology, we can be more proactive in our career and figure out what to do, which can lead to us having a lot of stuff, being more advanced, like maybe being more financially literate than our past generation, maybe even being more literate in our diets, taking care of ourselves internally, and many other forms of knowledge that we may not know. And there's many more ways of things that we've done that other generations couldn't do because they didn't have technology to let them know what's really going on. Like I predicted on my old podcast episode, I said that eventually we would live in an era where the 9-to-5 job system is really going to be extinct. Or should I say, in fact, replaced with a soft reboot of having robots will be taking over. And I just want you to know here, just so you don't be afraid, AI robots are not going to take the whole job system. They're just only going to take the basic job systems, like just maybe a cashier, maybe a cleaning up person, janitor, simple jobs. But they're not going to take in like big jobs where like humans really got to have, like mentorship, athletes, barbers, contractors. Those are stuff that you got to do with a human brain. You can't really use an AI. And maybe with contracting you do have a little bit of robots, but certain things you still got to have the human mind. Any job that deals with an original idea or that's non-commanded is basically irreplaceable versus a simple job like cleaning up the bathroom or ordering up some orders that can easily be replaced. And people talk about college. Well, hey, this AI thing exposed the Matrix. The Matrix literally just exposed themselves. Because now, you talk about going to college to be successful. AI is helping people write essays.
What? 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 What?
If AI is helping people write essays, if it's also eliminating the simple, boring 9-to-5 jobs, don't you think that it's really exposing the matrix? And making it somewhat worse because now people may not get the simple jobs now to provide for families, but it's really a better thing.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why? Let me explain to you. You not working a 9-to-5 job makes it better for you to live a more fulfilling lifestyle. You always wanted to follow that passion you love, go after it. Because now with AI and things, like I predicted on my old podcast episodes, in the future there will be a society where you could actually easily do your passions. Entrepreneurship will be a thing. 9-to-5 jobs will be a thing of the past and only for robots. I said this on my predictions for about 2 years, maybe even 3. This stuff is going to take over. Maybe even school might be shut down. That's my take on it. I think AI will shut down school because of the fact that you have AI giving students answers. And one more thing I also want to say, a prediction that may become true too. These summer jobs that teens are working are going to be gone too because AI will take them out. If you notice now that a lot of these teens are maybe doing DoorDash, other forms of money, because there are other ways to make money doing summer jobs, especially with these gig apps, to make your gigs. But the traditional restaurant or mall or cashier or any type of traditional type job that usually teens will work will be eliminated. Job is going to be gone. And a lot of these Gen Z teens don't like working these summer jobs or these normal jobs because it's not fulfilling compared to like our past generation. They saw it as tradition, but to us it's not tradition. It's more of like we only go there to get the money and not to really have value. And with robots coming in, it's way better because now it's even more easier for you to just do something different. A lot of Gen Z teens don't like their jobs. I don't care how much you're saying that, but Brandon, you sound crazy. Like every teen should work a job. Not anymore if AI keeps coming in. So be aware. This is the transition where you're going to see a lot more teens be more creative because I've noticed this a lot. A lot of teens are starting to be in the content creation space, or not just even that, following their dreams and ambitions more than doing a natural, normal lifestyle with the technology we have and everything like that. I'm not trying to rant here, be egotistical here, but all my predictions will come to pass, and some of them are coming to pass. It's better that we have a society where humans don't have to rely on working because you got the machine right there doing the simple jobs. Because people now can enjoy life to the fullest and maybe even be more proactive in their lives. Overall, I believe AI is a great source with some flaws that are really camouflaged, but you can do a lot with it. I think it will help our economy somewhat in the long run, maybe not financially, I could be wrong, but in a way it can help people just do better. I believe that this is the era where the matrix will be gone and that life will be better, but in some form, especially for minorities, that the matrix is still secretly active. Why? Because some people are saying like the race plays a lot with AI because most of the natural everyday workers are minorities who work those simple jobs like janitor or cashier or anything like that, especially those hard labor jobs. And with robots taking over, it could be a problem. But I think with our current and next generation of minorities, we'll be good to be very more advanced in technology than our older generation counterparts. And I'm speaking to as a minority myself here to let you know that I think AI is a good thing. I don't think it will put down the black community, the Hispanic community, or whatever community it is to not being successful. I think you just put your mind to it, you can do it because at the end of the day, we all are different races, but to me, I see us as all as one human race. And if we can all work together and figure out what's needed to do better to help us financially, we'll find it. And like I say, if you find your passion and pursue it and find a way to make money out of it, that's the best thing than trying to work a normal job, even though that robot's going to replace it. But I hope you really just enjoy this video of my take on AI. This is how I think AI is going to be. And just be aware. That's all I can say. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.